Hello, everyone, and welcome to Teaching in Room 9, the region.
Shapes are everywhere we look. But
great job. Now, go ahead and touch your throat right here and see how they feel.
We can say to ourselves to be positive.
Lemurs are found on the island of Madagascar.
For one, and the numbers get bigger as we go across to the right.
Reset, that means taking a deep breath. It may mean counting to 10.
today we're going to start with a freestyle stroke. So I'm going to put my arm up, and I'm going to...
All righty, are you ready to learn? Let's go! Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Teaching in Room 9, the region's largest classroom. It is Dr. Sanders, and we are here in my amazing classroom where you can go anywhere and you can be anything you want to be. As we begin our journey today, I want you to remember that it doesn't matter if you're 2 or 102, we will have some fun. F-U-N, fun. We will have some fun while learning. We are going to spell some of my friends' names. They get a special shout out. But remember, you all are all my friends. What do I have to do before we get started? Yes, take off my hat. All right, my first name today is Brody. Hey, Brody. Let's spell Brody. Capital B-R-O-D-Y. B-R-O-D-Y. Hello, Brody. I hope you're having a great day. My next name is Claire. Hey, Claire. Dr. Sanders says hi. Let's spell Claire, capital C-L-A-R-E. Hey, Claire. And my last name for today is Lakin. Everybody say, hey, Lakin. Let's spell Lakin, capital L-A-K-E-N. L-A-K-E-N. Lakin. Yes, that is right. Yes, like does start with L too. Lisa, yes, Lisa starts with L. Liam, yes, Liam starts with L. Yes, you know what? Tell me some more L's later, but you know what? It is time for us to start on our adventure. So are you ready? All right, so let's go!
Yay!
Glenn, what's happening? Is there a party? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to who? No, not you. No, not me either. Glenn, do you know when your birthday is? Oh, okay. Would you like some help remembering your birthday? I bet some of our friends might need help remembering their birthdays too. Should we try it? Okay. Your birthday is the day that you were born. It has 3 parts to it: the month, the day, and the year. Let's first start with the month. Here is my calendar that shows all the months of the year, starting in January and ending in December. Hey, Glenn, when was the month that you were born? Oh, June. Okay. January, February, March, April, May, June. Glenn was born in June. That's the first part of his birthday. Let's look at the second part. The second part of your birthday is the day of the month you were born. I need my month of June calendar to show the day. Thank you. Glenn, what was the day in June you were born? Oh, the 7th. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Glenn was born on June 7th. Great job. The last part is the year that you were born. And Glenn, I think your mom told me that you were born in 2020. Is that right? Okay, so that's right. So Glen was born June 7th, 2020. That's his birthday. Now you try it. What's the month? And the day? Great job. And the year? Fantastic. Glen knows his birthday, and you know your birthday too. So now you are ready to go to school.
Hi friends, welcome back for another Read Aloud with Mrs. Forth. Today, we're going to be reading a non-fiction book. Non-fiction are books that teach us something. So we're going to be learning as we read this book today. The book I have for us today is called ABC, I Am What I See. This is written by Alan Forbes and illustrated by DG. So let's thank the author and the illustrator for giving this book for us to read today. Thinking about ABC, I Am What I See. Let's take a look at the cover and see what you notice. Oh, yeah, I notice an astronaut, a teacher, or maybe a mathematician, a scientist. These are all jobs that people have. I think in this book, we're going to get to learn all about different kinds of jobs that you could have when you grow up. Do you know what you want to be when you grow up? I always wanted to be a teacher, ever since I was a little girl. And guess what I became? A teacher. Yeah, I thought about what I wanted to be, and that's what I became when I grew up. Let's go ahead and jump inside this book and learn all about different jobs from A to Z. And as we read, I want you to be thinking about the jobs that maybe you want to do when you grow up. ABC, I am what I see. Can you guess what letter they're going to start with? Yeah, the letter A. The letter A. Let's make that letter. You can do it in the sky. You could do it on the floor in front of you. Ready? Get your fingers ready. Let's make that A. A. A is for astronaut. Look at me floating by the stars so free. Here's the astronaut. Astronauts learn all about space and the big world around us. B. Get your fingers ready. Let's make the letter B. B. B is for biologist. A biologist learns all about how our bodies work, how animals' bodies work. Pretty cool, huh? Look at me researching the cellular structure of all living things. So she's working in a lab, learning all about cells and things inside our bodies or other living things' bodies. Biologist. That would be a pretty cool job, huh? Next letter, C. Get your finger ready. Let's make that C. C is for cardiologist. That's a big word. A cardiologist is a doctor all about your heart. It's a doctor who helps take care of our hearts and make sure that they're working the right way. Look at me listening to every heartbeat. Can you see that doctor listening to the heartbeat of her patient? Maybe you want to be a cardiologist. D. The letter D is for dentist. Look at me cleaning every tooth. I knew you guys would know this one. We want to go to the dentist every year or sometimes 2 times a year, don't we? Get our teeth cleaned and make sure they're working just right. Dentist. Next letter, E. E. The letter E. Engineer. Look at me building everything in front of me. Do you like playing with Legos? Or maybe building things in Minecraft? I bet you'd make a really good engineer. Building things all around us. Engineers do that. Letter F. Letter F. F is for filmmaker. Look at me recording as far as my lenses can see. Filmmaker. Yeah, all the things we like to watch on TV. Even Mrs. Forth, there was a filmmaker making it happen. That's a job. Maybe you could do that one day too. Filmmaker. Next letter, G, geologist. A geologist works with the earth, the ground, the rocks around us. I think rocks are pretty cool. Look at me searching for gems. So pretty. H. H. Did you make that letter H? H is for hacker. Look at me cracking and securing all the codes on my screen. If you like to do computers and code, maybe this would be a job for you. I. I is for illustrator. We've heard that word already today. We have an illustrator that worked on this book. An illustrator is in charge of all of the pictures inside the books that we read. Look at me drawing what my imagination sees. Illustrator. J. J is for judge. Look at me presiding over a jury. A judge is someone who makes sure that everything is fair in our world. Judge. K. Can you make that K? K. K is for kinesiologist. Look at me making you as strong as can be. A kinesiologist knows all about our body and how it moves and how we can keep it strong. L. L is for lawyer. Look at me protecting clients' rights and fighting for equality. Lawyer. Lawyers help stand up for what is right. M. Meteorologist. Look at me predicting what the weather will be. A meteorologist helps us know what the weather's going to be like each day. Is it going to be sunny, cloudy, hot, or cold? Meteorologist. N. N. Nurse practitioner. Look at me caring for patients that need me. Nurse practitioners work with our doctors to help keep our bodies safe and make sure that we have everything we need to grow up nice and strong. O. Ophthalmologist. That's a really long word. Can you say that? Ophthalmologist. Look at me correcting your vision so you can see. An ophthalmologist is an eye doctor. P. P is for pharmacist. Look at me prescribing medicine to those in need. If you've ever needed medicine, a pharmacist was in charge of getting that medicine safely to you. Q. Quantitative researcher. Look at me analyzing data and researching trends to boost the economy. Q. R. Radiologist. Look at me fixing what the eye can't see. They look at x-rays all day. S. Script writer. Look at me writing lines for my next movie. T. My favorite. Teacher. Look at me encouraging students to think freely. U. Urban planner. Look at me planning out the city streets. V. Veterinarian. Look at me making sure your pet is healthy. A doctor just for animals. W. Web designer. Look at me building websites using my creativity. X. X-ray technician. Look at me taking pictures of the insides of bodies. That's a really cool job. Y. Yoga instructor. Look at me teaching poses like downward dog, triangle, and tree. And Z, zoologist. Look at me, making sure the animals can roam free. A, B, C, I am what I see. Did you find a job that maybe you want to do when you grow up? I bet you did. I can't wait to see you guys next time. Thanks for joining me for another Read Aloud. See you. Bye, everybody.
Hi there, Room 9. It's me, Mrs. Williams, the Woodland Creature Teacher. And when I'm not here teaching and learning with you in Room 9, I'm teaching and learning with my first graders. So hi, and lots of love to all my woodland creatures. Today, we're going to be talking about Earth and all the hows and whys behind our planet. This is a model of Earth. We call it a globe. This is where we live in North America. There are lots of really amazing things about the planet Earth. Earth is made of over 71% water. That's all of the blue parts. And all of these colorful parts are lands. Earth is the third planet from the sun, and there's something very important about that I'll show you here in just a minute. Earth supports all kinds of life, and it's the only planet that we know of that does so in the same way. Let's stop and think a little bit about the types of things, the living things, that are here on Earth. Those are good ideas, Niners. I heard humans. That's right. We're living things, and this is a perfect place for us to live. Also plants. Definitely. Plants are super important, not only to humans, but to animals. Plants need the particular environment that our planet has to be able to survive. So the perfect amount of light and heat and water. Oh, also, you're right, animals. Animals live here on our planet Earth. Well, let's see why that's possible. We know that it has lots of things here on Earth to help us to survive, but why? Why don't the other planets have that? My friend Orion is here to help out. She's got the sun because the sun plays a huge role in why Earth is so special. Now, our planet Earth is the third planet from the sun. That means it's in a just right spot, and let me show you why. If our planet were closer to the sun, we'd be burning up. The plants and the animals and even the humans wouldn't be able to survive because the surface of the sun is over 10,000 degrees. Whoa, that's hot. Now, I know that that's not the space we need to be in, but what would happen if we were further away from the sun? Do you have a prediction? Remember, a prediction is a guess of what you think may happen next. Well, let's see. If Earth were to scoot on back in our solar system, you were right. It would be too cold. Oh, the plants and animals wouldn't be able to survive because they were too cold. The plants would die. The animals wouldn't have food to survive. We would all be so cold. Just thinking about it makes me cold. I sure wish I had a coat. Oh, thanks so much. I feel so much better. The great news is we don't have to worry about that here on Earth. Won't be needing this because we're in a just right spot. We're not too close or too far away from the sun, which provides the ideal conditions for ourselves, plants, and animals to have the things that we need to survive. Remember, we talked before about when we were closer to the sun, it was light out, and it's a little bit warmer. Now, there are times that we do need those coats here on Earth, but that's when our part of the planet is tilted away from the sun. So I hope you had a great time learning about the sun. Thanks so much, Orion and the sun, for your help. This week, I want you to think about the things that make Earth special and tell 2 friends what you learned. I hope you had a great time learning and growing your brain with us, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Welcome back, learners, to Teaching in Room 9, our region's largest classroom. My name is Miss Nar, and here we are for our song time. Today, we're gonna focus our learning on skip counting by twos. This will help us with our fact fluency and getting really comfortable with numbers. See if you think that you could sing along with me at home. Counting by twos cures the blues. 2, 4, 6, 8, you're doing great. 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Then comes 20 in between. 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. Then comes 32, you're so smart, just look at you. 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, then comes 50. Wow, amazing job, friends. We're gonna try that one more time. See if you can jump in and sing along or count with me at home. Are you ready? Counting by twos cures the blues. 2, 4, 6, 8, you're doing great. 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Then comes 20 in between. 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. Then comes 32, you're so smart, just look at you. 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, then comes 50. Wow, incredible job, friends. We practiced skip counting by twos from 2 all the way up to 50. See if you can keep practicing skip counting at home. You did a wonderful job, friends. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Great day, everybody. This is Candace with Chaos, and today we're going to learn about my friend Navaeh. Navaeh is a Chaos kid, and Navaeh is absolutely awesome. But sometimes Navaeh kind of overreacts to things, and it's only because she's trying to keep herself safe. Navaeh has been through a lot of stuff. She's seen a lot of bad things. People have called her names. She's just been through a lot. And so because of that, she is sometimes a little overreactive when she gets in situations. Does that ever happen to you? Like, do you ever do something before you think someone's going to do it because you want to make sure that you're keeping yourself safe? Well, that's how Navaeh operates. And so sometimes Navaeh gets in trouble because Navaeh may hit people because she's been hit a lot. And so she may hit them because she wants to get them before they get her. And so Navaeh has to learn how to deal with her feelings and how to deal with her emotions. And so Navaeh has to do something that we call reset. Navaeh has to learn to remember every situation encourages thought. And so Navaeh has to think before she does something, can this get me in trouble? And sometimes, Navaeh has to take a minute and she has to kind of tap out and she has to do something different. Or sometimes she's able to move forward. But because Navaeh reacts this way, sometimes it causes problems with friendships and different things like that. So Navaeh has to learn how to talk about her feelings. She has to learn how to get it out, because she can't keep all of that bottled up inside of her, because all of these things that have happened to her that are bad, that doesn't make her be who she is. It's just some things that have happened to her, and it makes her kind of react some way. Do you ever do that, where you react some way because of some things that have happened to you before? And so Navaeh has learned some different skills. Navaeh has learned how, when she's feeling overwhelmed or she's feeling angry or she's feeling like she wants to hit, Navaeh has learned to breathe, and Navaeh has learned how to draw pictures and do different things like that so she can get out what's happening inside of her without hurting herself or anybody else. And so whenever you're feeling like you want to hit or you're feeling like you want to say mean things or anything like that, I want you to reset. Remember, every situation encourages thought, or I want you to draw a picture to get it out, or I want you to find a trusted adult to talk to, because you're not alone and you don't have to go through it by yourself and you don't have to keep it all in, okay? You got this. Air hugs and cyber kisses.
Welcome back. Did you have an amazing day of learning? Okay, can you tell me about your adventures? Oh, okay. That sounds like fun. What was your favorite part? All right. Oh, yes, I'm glad you had fun. All right, can you help me out with something? I need to know my colors. I know my colors, but I want you to help me out. And then I wanted you to let me know if you noticed something, okay? So let's say our colors in my name. Let's say the colors in my name. Red, green, blue, yellow. Red, green, blue, yellow. Red. What would come next? Oh, if I had another letter, it'd be what? Green. And then let me see. What would come after that? Blue. Yeah, you see it. It's blue. And then what would come after that? Let's see. Red, green, blue, yellow. Red, green, blue, yellow. You know what those things are called? Something that repeats is a what? Pattern. That's right. Something that repeats is a pattern. You know what our pattern is right now? It is time to spell our favorite word. And what's that word? 9. Let's spell 9. N-I-N-E. 9. Thank you for being in Teaching in Room 9. Bye-bye.
Teaching in Room 9 is supported in part by Know who to reach out to when you need help. There is hope. Call or text 988.